true even in life, in our spiritual life, because sometimes we end up blaming everybody else and we miss the part that we actually caused this wound. If the truth be told, our greatest setbacks don't always come from the outside. But anytime you really have a setback is when you set yourself back. I know people that blame everybody else for their misfortune, but sometimes the enemy is the enemy. Well, ain't nobody saying nothing, y'all so quiet. Tell your neighbor, sometimes it's you, sometimes it's you. No, tell them again. Tell them I meant what I said. Sometimes it is you. We don't like to admit that. That's very difficult. Because it's uncomfortable. Because it's always easier to point at the other person. But sometimes the issue is you. And so we've got to deal with that. And where do self-inflicted wounds come from? I want to give you a few. Self-inflicted wounds come from, one of the greatest self-inflicted wounds is not changing the course of action that created the wound in the first place. When there's something you know you need to change and you still don't change it, in time it's going to bring wound to your life. Here's a good one. Having no counsel before making major decisions. You just do whatever comes natural, bypass counsel. And the Bible says it like this, that in the multitude of counselors there is safety. So if you can get around some good counsel will save you a lot of mistakes. Good counsel will save you a lot of wounds, and you won't have to go back and eat your words and say you were right all the time. But if you learn just to take good counsel, somebody say good counsel. Here's another one. Taking your advice from people that can't help themselves. Oh, that's good right there. That's good. Taking your advice from people. What you hear from another person, you ought to be able to see it in their lives. You ought to be able to see it. Here's another one I want to give it to you, but I want to come through the back door. Matter of fact, I want to kind of tell it to you in the form of a story and give you this one. This will cause wound in our lives. There was a blind girl who hated herself just because she was blind. She had been blind since she was 5 years old. Not only did she hate herself, she hated everyone else, except for her loving boyfriend. He was always there for her. She said that if she could only see the world, she would marry her boyfriend. And the boyfriend asked her one day, he said, now, if you're able to see again, will you marry me? And she said, yes, I will marry you if I can see again. But one day someone donated a pair of eyes to her, and then she could see everything, including her boyfriend. Her boyfriend asked her, now that you can see the world, will you marry me? The girl said, no, I'm not going to marry you. She said, I want to separate myself from all my past and everything that reminded me of the days that I could not see. So the girl was shocked when she saw her boyfriend for the first time, just to see that her boyfriend was blind too. She had refused to marry him. And her boyfriend walked away in tears and later wrote a letter saying to her, just take care of my eyes.